Clap. I thought I was gonna get a hand clap. Yay! Good morning, good peoples. This is Sister E, and we're about to sit back, relax, and have some good conversation. So, put those kitties in the room, turn on Gracie's Corner, turn it up loud enough for them to hear that and not this. This is a grown and sexy conversation just for the grown folks. Now, if you super save and extra sanctify, you might want to go in there with Gracie's Corner as well. Before, for the rest of us adults, us grown folks, let's get ready to have some fun, have some laughs, have some relatable conversations. We're here to inspire you to help people to understand, discover, and embrace the lessons in their own stories. So sit back, relax, grab you something smooth to drink. Now, what that smooth to drink is, I don't know. That's definitely going to be up to you. But sit back and grab pen and paper because you're definitely going to want to take notes with this week's guest. So we'll be right back. So tune in to 101 TKO Radio. Just this weekend, and we're just at Sunday, the box office, the Marvel sequel has earned $180 million in ticket sales. Now that's a lot. That's a lot of people going to the movie theaters in a pandemic. But more than 4,396 theaters in the US and Canada, according to the estimates from Walt Disney Company. On Sunday, this makes the second biggest opening of the year since Doctor Strange. Now I know I didn't go see that, but I am going to see Wakanda, the second rebirth of it. I wonder, I've been hearing good reviews about it, especially the tribute that they did to Boris Chadwick Boseman. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So I think it's a good movie. You guys get prepared to call in. Let me know what you think about the movie. Our call-in number is 678-439-7419. So be sure to call in. Let me know what you thought about the movie if you went to see it. Don't worry, I'm not one of those people that you can spoil me and then I'm not going to want to go see it, because I'm still going to check this movie out this week, okay? I was just hanging out and playing in Macon all weekend, and boy, did I have a wonderful time in Macon. But be sure to go check out this movie, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Definitely go see it. So, also this week, Georgia has made history in the elections. I'm kind of in my feelings about this show. A lot in my feelings about the election results. So my girl, Stacey Abrams, did not win the election for governor in the state of Georgia. That is really heartbreaking. It's definitely heartbreaking that she did not win. But I am proud of her. I want you guys to check out her speech afterwards. The last time she did not give this speech at all.
Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Daddy. It is good to be here in this moment, surrounded by your love and support. And let me begin by offering congratulations to Governor Brian Kemp. Our state has experienced one soul-crushing crisis after another over the past few years. But even during these trying times, the fighting spirit of Georgia has prevailed. We've seen what's possible when we stand up for our neighbors and protect each other. We've made sacrifices. We've pitched in. We've seen each other's fights as our own, and we've done things we never thought we could. It is in the spirit of that endurance and that persistence that I decided again to run for governor.
So congratulations to Stacey and her camp for putting on such an awesome campaign. So what I saw that I found very interesting, that we have to remember that details do matter. So listen to these details. The statistics state Georgia, there was 78% of white men voted for Kemp, Governor Kemp. 72 white women, 72% women voted for Kemp. 84% black men, shout out to my black men, voted for Stacey Abrams. 93% black women voted for Stacey Abrams. Latino men, 44% of them voted for Governor Kemp. 56% of them voted for Stacey Abrams. Our Latino sisters, we have 43% voted for Governor Kemp, and 58% voted for Stacey Abrams. Now, what I find interesting is, now let me back up, because Governor Kemp He did give all state employees a $5,000 raise this year. He gave them a 5,000 this fiscal year, and then he gave them a $5,000 bonus. So yeah, okay. But what he did was he also opened up the state, which some people find as a good thing, and the rest of us don't find as a good thing. He opened up the state rather early in the pandemic. I'm right. Let me say it right. Pandemic. Let me be politically correct. But here's my problem with it. Many people keep calling Atlanta, the metro Atlanta area, the Mecca, the black Mecca. What we have to remember is the rest of Georgia is not, and they're voting for Kemp. So we still have to get out and vote and let our voices be heard. So we do have a runoff coming up between Reverend Warnock and the Walker man, Herschel. I'm actually going to see, I signed up to go see his bus tour. I'm not going, but I did take 4 tickets for people who will not be going. But we still have a runoff race coming up. And that Senate seat is going to determine a lot when it comes to the United States House senators. And we need that seat. We need Warnock to fill that seat. So I'm hoping that everyone will still get out and go vote in this runoff. Early voting starts November 28th. And it'll go for 1 week, hoping that we can get everyone out, as many people as can, to go out and vote again. Voting does matter. It does count. I know a lot of people are discouraged because it seems like it's not happening, especially Gen Z. The conversations I've had with them, they're like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's rigged and all of that. Still go. I'm going to go regardless because too many people die for this opportunity. So if I don't go and vote for no other reason, I'm going to vote because someone died for the opportunity to do what I so easily can go and do. Get in my car and go and do. So good people, get out and vote. All righty. All right. Well, that's enough of all the politics and the movies. So we're going to go and vote for Warnock because we don't need a walker. As Pastor Bryant said, we do not need a walker. We need a runner. So go and vote. We've also talked about Wakanda Forever. So make sure that you go check out that movie. If you did go see that movie, please give me a call at 678-439-7419 because I want to know what you thought, what you really, really thought of that movie. Be honest. Tell me the truth. You're not going to spoil it for me. So I have a guest here today with me, and we're getting ready to talk about some relationship things. Ladies, I encourage you especially to tune in. Men, now, if you want to, say that's not really true, or if you want to give us your thought and opinions, please feel free to give us a call as well. But we're getting ready to talk about the narcissists, and we're getting ready to hear from a man who's going to tell us, ladies, what these men are really thinking nowadays. So my guest today is none other than Leon Walker. He is an author. He's also a motivational speaker. He's also a chief in the United States Navy. He is all around definitely top tier man species women. So y'all want to tune in, get your cameras ready, get your pen and paper ready. After this next song, you will hear from my special guest, Leon Walker. So we're going to play a clip when we come back after these messages, okay? Be right back. One song. All right, Leon, you ready?
Yeah.
Now the rest of the time is ours. Did I meet requirements yet? I think I left my fact sheet at home, but I got most of them. So we're going to do an icebreaker first. And then did I break this? No. I'm your girl, Sister E, and we're just having conversations with Sister E today. Well, we have my guest here with me, motivational speaker and author Leon Walker. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Sister E. How are you doing today on this fabulous Sunday?
I am soulfully, wonderfully made and glad about it.
All right.
So, before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about me. Diagnosed narcissist. I have my therapy. I've been through therapy. I served 32 years in the Navy. I joined in 1983 and retired in 2015. I joined when I was 17. I retired at, I think I was 48, 49. Been retired for 7 years now. I'm an author of 3 books, working on my 4th and 5th book. I
Awesome.
love to eat great food. I love comedy. I love people. I love helping people. I love giving back. I have 3 kids, ages 22, 26, and 27. My daughter just had my daughter just had a baby, so I'm a grandfather of a
Oh,
almost 4.
congratulations.
Thank you. I have 3 godchildren, so I'm active in their lives as well. But that's me in a nutshell. I'm single. I've been divorced for almost 15 years. I was married for 12 years. I destroyed my marriage. I destroyed all my relationships. I'm like a high functioning dude. For a long time, didn't really care about love and didn't have empathy. The traits that narcissist people have. So that's me in a nutshell. And now, I decided to get back and to help people understand who they're dealing with.
Awesome. You had me at Black Man in Therapy. I just want you to
Yeah.
know that. You had me there. So that's awesome. That's actually good information. A lot of people are afraid to admit that they were the ones that went wrong in the relationship. And
So
here
I
you
never admit to it. Years ago, there was no way because I had to always keep this reputation that there was nothing wrong with me. I wasn't wrong. I knew everything. I'm the best man that you've ever had. I'm the best thing ever happened to you. So don't get me wrong. I wasn't. I was jacked up for a long time, over 30 years, until I went into therapy in 2014 and came out in 2015 when I retired. So these videos are therapy for me as well.
well, before we get to one of your videos, let me do a couple of family feud questions with you.
Okay.
Name something that's better. Name something that's better thick than thin.
Women.
Ooh. Name something that is better being thick than thin.
Women. Bacon.
Yes. You had me there. Yes, yes, yes. Thick girls win that round. Sorry, sisters. Thick
Right.
ones. Um, Next question. Fall or summer?
Ah, I would have to say summer because in Chicago, I love the festivals. You can get
Yeah,
outside,
that's
you
true.
can, walk, you can run, you can roller skate, you can go on boat rides. You can wear different clothes. If you're working out,
Yeah.
you can stuff off. But I would go with the summer, definitely in
Okay.
Chicago.
The Windy City. All righty, here's one. Wine or Hennessy? Mm,
Um,
what we
I like to
drinking?
buy my sister and my cousins. My cousin makes wine, so and my female friends. Hennessy is more of a. It's good for people. I don't drink liquor like that, and it's dangerous, but it harms your body. And so I would go with wine because it's like a more relaxing type of thing, and you can drink it in moderation. Some wine has a lot of sugar in it, but I would go with wine. To me, it's more respectful. It doesn't cause you to become depressed like alcohol is a downer. It doesn't hurt your liver. So I'm a proponent of wine and a opponent of alcohol because that killed my father. So I will go
Okay.
with wine.
Okay. Look at you being health conscious. All right, women, are y'all paying attention, taking notes? Club. Let's go to a club or let's Netflix and chill.
So now I would say Netflix and chill because clubs. I did that all over the world from ages 17 to when I retired 49. So I like the Netflix and chill because you can pick a good movie, you can cuddle up, and I wasn't a cuddler for many years. I didn't want to cuddle, I didn't want to hold hands, I want to hug, none of that. So the Netflix and chill, you also can learn something about a different culture, a movie that she may like that
Mm-hmm.
I never knew about. I like recommendations from my female friends now about the good movies. So Netflix and chill over the clubs, sure.
All righty then. That's good information. Well, what's the latest movie on Netflix that you watched that you like? I saw a movie and did not think that it was gonna be like that. So what's
Yeah,
your
I like drama. I like gangster movies. I like so the one that I watched, and I watched it 12 times. The Joker, 2019 Joker, because it was like very intriguing to me. First of all, I could relate because he had issues with other people. He had issues with his mom, and he was considered a narcissist. So it blew me away. Yeah, so that was the latest one, not the latest one, but that's when I watched it. I watched it 12 times, and every time I watched it, I learned something different about it.
oh, that's interesting. The same movie 12 times. So I mean you got 12 different views of that. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Tell me about narcissists or a narcissist person.
Well, it depends on. So for me, it's an overt, right, narcissist. And they have covert, you have malignant, you have I think it's called antagonistical. But as far as overt narcissistic people are very social,
Mhm.
very overbearing, very confident, right? Very competitive, self-centered, egotistical, cocky, arrogant, can be exploitive, highly talented, which I don't think that I am, but highly competitive, highly functioning. And so some of us will go into therapy trying to manipulate the therapist, which I tried years ago, and it that was just fun to me because I wasn't ready to go into therapy. I didn't volunteer to go to therapy; I was sent. And so I'm like, well, since I'm gonna be sent to therapy, let me go in here and have fun for an hour, which it wasn't fun. It was more rude and disrespectful and hurtful because I had to listen to a couple of things and I left. I stayed in therapy for 18 minutes the first time, and then no, the second time, and then the third time I was in there for 50 minutes and I left. So I spoke to psychotherapists, I spoke to psychiatrists, I've spoken to social workers and everybody. And the fourth time, fourth time is when I stayed in January 2015. So over narcissistic people don't like being wrong, are very seductive, are very sensual, are very manipulative, very vindictive when they don't get their way, can be very evil, can be very mean, can be verbally abusive, can be which tends to lead me to be mentally abusive. I was never physically abusive, but that's nothing to brag about because mental abuse, as we know, is worse
Just
than
as
physical.
bad. Yeah.
So everything I didn't get in my childhood, I was searching for as an adult. Everything that happened to me as a child, being molested, being touched by my uncle, watching porn at 7, being discarded, left by my mom, I was engaging in and searching for as an adult. So I continue to watch a lot of porn. I despise rapists because, or molesters because I was molested. I despise pedophiles because I was touched by a man off and on. And so I had many anger issues. And then from that, from us losing our house, my parents divorced, I developed my ability to not care, not love, to avoid escapism. So my trait started around between the ages of 5 and 11 for sure.
Wow. Okay. So that's something you which helped dictate from your childhood dictate the man that you are or the man that you were. Because we can say
100,
past tense for you.
yeah, 100%. And so I became a very promiscuous man. I had a promiscuous mind, but a monogamous heart. But it was struggle. I didn't want the monogamous because being promiscuous and trying to emulate what I saw as a child, the pimps, the hustlers, the the manly man. I wanted to become that as a promiscuous guy, and so being monogamous was boring to me. So I wanted to share myself and spread myself thin with as many women as I could because I was chasing lust and chasing greed. And then what did I do? I joined the military. I got exposed to hundreds of
A
thousands of
lot
women all over,
more women overseas now. So
and they were, yeah.
what was your final breaking straw to make you say, okay, this is who I used to be, but this is now who I want to be?
So it started when I was sent to therapy and I stayed. My therapist was about a 4 foot 11 inch white lady. She's about 100 pounds, and but she was stern. She was direct. And when I first walked in the office, she told me, she said, "I'm not going to hurt you, Leon." And I was like, "Wow." I always thought women were going to hurt me because I would project myself on them because I was going to hurt them. And so I mirrored them, and I knew that they were on to me. And so it's like once they figure out who I am, now it's time for me to run and ghost. And that's what I did a lot of. But my turning point, I had a lot of mind shifts. I had a lot of paradigm shifts in my life, but I didn't pay attention to them until, I got divorced. I was a cheater. My girlfriend felt lonely. All the women that I was with were feeling lonely. They didn't necessarily leave me or cheat on me, but they would tell me, and I knew being around them, I'm like, man, they're sad. But we just had a great weekend. Why the hell are you sad? I did all these things, but I wasn't loving. I wasn't caring. I was doing things so they can feed my ego, like planning a
Mm.
beautiful. I had connections. I had networks. I had net worth, and so I could get tickets for plays and tickets for movies for free, and I could go to nice restaurants for free, and people would cater to me and kiss my butt and stroke my ego. And so I extended that to the ladies that I was with, but I didn't have the strength to be with one woman. I was weak. My flesh was very weak, and so even though the woman was good, she'd always thought that something was wrong with her because I was leaving and cheating and flirting with other women. So I wanted to show off, the things that I had, what I was capable of, what I could buy, what I could purchase, how I can set up a great weekend for a woman, and I couldn't stop with one woman.
So here's the infamous question, and you're just giving me your point of view, but it's a question that a lot of women still want to know. From a man's point of view, tell us or tell me, why do men cheat?
It's stupid, stupid,
Blunt.
mentally weak, promiscuous, lust, greed, can't get enough. Um, they think the other woman's gonna be different sexually. She might be different. She might be warmer. She might be tighter. Whatever. It's a mental thing. It's a fantasy about um, okay, I've had black women, so let me date a white woman and see if I can get her. And then it's like the moment you can get to a white woman, it's like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. So not only do black women will like me, but white women like me. Well, let me try Asian women. All right, well, let me try Latin women. Oh wow, she's good in bed. She like this, she like that. So it's it's just being stupid, being promiscuous, being a thought, being a whore, being greedy, being lustful, not fixing your childhood issues, and then using your childhood issues, which I did, as an excuse to be promiscuous. That was just an excuse. I didn't have to be promiscuous. I chose to be that way. And so men cheat. I cheated because I was just stupid. I was very immature. I cheated because I wasn't ready for a real woman. I was ready to commit. Wasn't ready to give her my all. I wasn't ready to be exclusive. So that's all it is. And the women think that it's her fault, but it wasn't. I made her think that it was her fault so I can be with somebody else and then come back to her while she was hurting. So men cheat because we're stupid. I was stupid.
How do you make it our fault? Tell us how you're doing that.
Right. So a lot of times I would say, look at what you made me do. If you was doing this or doing that, I wouldn't seek attention from somebody else. I wasn't seeking attention from somebody else. I was seeking lust from somebody else. I was getting attention from my current girl, from my current wife. And so I knew that if I told her it was her fault, if she believed me, if she listened to me and she tried to change her ways instead of trying to change me, that meant that I was in control of what I just told her. And so she
Ooh.
impressed me by like maybe losing weight or getting her hair cut or wearing lip gloss instead of lipstick or going to church twice a month instead of 4 times a month or skipping Bible study every other Wednesday. And so it was like I would make her feel like she wasn't good enough for me, but in fact she was too much for me.
Oh, watch out there now. That's a key word. She actually was too much for you, but you didn't want to admit that. So you played the manipulative mind games and made her think it was her and not you.
Yeah, and so women that really love a man, they'll start changing their ways. They'll start changing their circles. They'll start not spending much time with their friends, their family, people that really love them because I didn't really truly love her, but she wanted me to. I became her project. So in order for her to keep me, she got to get rid of these people that are better for her than I am.
Her project. I talked about that in my book. We like to pick up projects. We forever trying
Yeah,
to fix a man and play Captain Rescue. You know,
right.
the men used to call it Captain Saberho. We call it rescue. But we're going to take
Hmm.
a break and be right back on 101 TKO. We're going to knock it out the box with Leon Walker right after this break. Well. Kelly Price said you should have told her.
Right.
Leon, did you tell him? Before you
Yeah.
cheated, did you tell him why?
No, I didn't tell him why.
You should have told her. Kelly Price said you should have told me. You know, I wasn't freaky enough.
No, I didn't want to take a chance to lose. Nah.
You didn't want to take a chance and lose her.
Yeah, because you tell them that and they'll go, okay. Some women will be like, they'll go, or some women will start studying on their own and they'll come back around. So I would rather take a chance of her studying on her own and try to please me.
See, I don't get y'all men. And both of y'all sitting here smiling at me right now. Like, and see, Nelson just said, I'm telling on you, Nelson. Nelly, I'm telling. Let me use a stage name for you so you know don't tell all his secrets. Nelly's just told me that he cheated. Not he. I'm sorry. He didn't say he. He said men cheat because would you say we don't do everything at home because it's something at home he wasn't getting? Is that it?
No, but if you're doing certain things, you can get everything from one woman. I know that for a fact. I just was greedy and stupid, period.
We can pass the offering now because that was the sermon for today. Men do it because they want to do it, but we women sometimes we allow it and we stay and we take more and more, thinking we gonna change him. We gonna ride him into submission. He gonna be different. I'm gonna suck him this day real good, and then he gonna do what I want him to do. He gonna marry me, and that's just simply not the case. Especially if you're a narcissist. So tell me the difference between control versus narcissist.
Well, it's actually the same because I want to be in control of everything. You believe in me. Everything I say, everything you do is because of me. Everything you want or need is because of me. It's through me. It's about me. It's the same thing, you know, whether it's mental, physical. I never got close to spiritual because I didn't know anything about the Bible. I don't want to know anything about the Bible. I don't want to know anything about God. I was, okay with being demonic. And so when she started bringing up spiritual stuff, I would get mad, and then she would see that I'm upset, and she's gonna shut down because she don't want me to start giving her what I could have given her. Rather it was a massage or breakfast in bed. I did things not out of the kindness of my heart. I did things to make them want to fall in love with me, and that's why I mastered massages. I mastered, cooking a simple breakfast. I mastered planning a beautiful weekend. I mastered maybe painting her nails with her. I mastered conversation. I was very worldly because of the military. So again, I didn't want to go anything close to spiritual because that would like, it would knock me off. And if she was spiritual, I didn't get close to Christian women. I tried, but their soul would be burning on fire when I come around. They something's wrong with me. So it was no use me trying that with them.
Look at you. So you was a master manipulator.
Yeah, very much so. Everything started in my childhood. I knew what I was doing when I was doing. I knew what I was saying when I said it, when I walked away, when I made her cry, when I act like I didn't know certain things, and I come back and I knew more than what she thought I knew. I did it on purpose. I knew narcissistic people, and that's what I tell women. This is the thing, Sista E. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, well, they don't know what they're doing." They do know what they're doing because they're doing what they know. Period. Women, I think,
know what they're doing.
Huh?
They know what they're doing because they're doing what they know.
Yeah,
so that tells me that's a generational thing.
It is a generational thing.
So
think about it.
Our men to just be out here, and that's the double standard that we talk about a lot. Like your son, you pat him on the back when he getting 2 and 3 girls, but let your daughter get 2 and 3 guys. Now she got to be the thought of the week.
That's right. Yep.
See,
not fair.
Okay. All righty. Let me ask you this. So the title of my book, A Big Dick and a Bald Head Ain't Worth the Hassle.
Right.
Technically, it's a type. I like tall men that are bald.
And big feet.
And big feet. They got to have big feet and big hands. We going to leave that one for another show. But what's your type?
So for a long time, I was very promiscuous. And so I could shift in my mind to see a woman that other men didn't like. And I could see 2 things about her and lust for her, right? And so in my mind, say for instance, if she was obese, right?
Mm-hmm.
I found something sexy about. I call her voluptuous. I call her full figure, but people will call her, man, she fat. Why you like her? She obese. But if she was dressed a certain way and she had on lip gloss and her hair was done, to me, in my mind, she's got confidence. So if she's got confidence and I'm talking to her and she's flirting with me, then the sex has to be amazing because if she's 5'8" and weighs 260 pounds, but she's confident, then I know when I get her behind closed doors, it's got to be amazing. And so then say for instance it was a heavy set white lady or a skinny Latin woman or a voluptuous black woman, right? Or an Asian woman that was short with big breasts. I found an attraction in every type of woman there was. And so my type was all over the place. I can't tell you one specific type. I can tell you things that I like. I do like short hair. It turns me on. I like women with long hair, but it has to be healthy and clean. And it doesn't have to be a weave or a lace front. If she's got long hair and it's iron pressed or what is silk pressed and looks sexy, that tells me that she takes care of her hair. She's into her the way she looks, how she carries herself.
Mm-hmm.
I like. I'm not like into real gigantic booties. I don't like that. I don't like that BBL. I can't stand it. Give me a regular butt. Things about big breasts turn me on too. I know they're sensitive. There's things about small breasts that turn me on. I know they're very sensitive too. So I like a woman that has a personality. I like a woman that's cool. I don't need a bad bi. I need a cool. I like cool women.
Mm-hmm.
That I can laugh with and that'll like allow me to let my guard down and won't judge me. So me being promiscuous, I don't have a specific type.
Okay. Y'all hear that, ladies? He likes them all. He likes variety. I had a guy once tell me, I was like, why do you cheat so much? Why do you have many different women? He wasn't my dude. He said he liked variety in women.
Right. So me liking a variety means that it doesn't mean that I'm a cheater. I don't want to cheat anymore. I don't have the heart or nerve or courage to cheat anymore. When I was cheating, I had a lot of heart and some nerve. Leon, I had a lot of heart, nerve, and courage. But now, I mean, I could find different things in a woman that I like that would turn me on, like maybe a little small forehead or her little ears, or her lip size or the way she smiles, the way she laughs. She can be ambitious. She can be understanding. She could be approachable. She could be very nurturing. Those things turn me on too. I like those things in a woman. And I had some women that my friends thought were ugly, but I thought they were beautiful because of her personality. So I was drawn to her. I was drawn to a lot of women that were nurturing for me because I lost that from my mother since I was 11.
Oh, that's
But
deep
then at
there.
the same time, I would push those women away because they were empaths, and I didn't want to fall in love with them. I didn't want to know how to love. I didn't want to show that I cared for so much. And then they'd be like, Leon, what's going on? This is what you want. This is what you like. Yeah, but you liking me too much. I don't want to be like that much. So I was then in therapy. I found I was running. I was a runner.
So wait, why you don't want her to like you? So why are men pushing us away if you out here dating? Isn't that you want someone to love you, but you don't want to be
Yeah, but
lovable?
I want you to like and love us just enough so that we can feel good and feel secure. Because when you start loving me too much, I can't handle it. I can't give that back to you. So now I'm going to feel insecure. And it's crazy to say that, but I pushed women away when they got too close to me, and it just drove them nuts. Next, they with somebody else, and I knew that they didn't like the guy as much as they liked me, so I didn't care. God, right? I thought I was better than him anyway.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, let me ask you this question: what do men lie about the most? Now we know for women, we don't lie more than men. Our lies are just bigger. Like, that's your son, that's your daughter. 18 years later, oh yeah, it's really not your son or your daughter. But my question, or someone question, what do men lie about the most?
Their financial status, their penis size, and ability to make love.
Oh, oh, how you gonna lie about the penis size when we gonna find out the truth?
Yeah, but the thing is, some women don't need a rather large penis. They just need it to be, penetrated right and the nerve endings and, taking care of their body with his mouth in a certain way. Because once you get to a woman to a certain point, if a woman knows that she's going to sleep with you, or her mind is already preparing her body for that. You can't blow it by saying something stupid or coming in, being around her and your breath stink or your feet stink or you don't have your beard is not clean, your face not clean. So a woman's body is prepared well before she gives it to you because she's already sized you up when she first sees you. So she's being turned on.
Mm,
As long as the conversation is good and you're saying the right thing, you're not lying, and you're not making stuff obviously as being a whore, then the night might go well for you, or the next week might go well for you. But she don't have to. You don't have to be a rather. You don't have to always be well endowed because if you take care of her body, her mind first, and then you take care of her body along with that, the vagina is going to give itself to you.
mm. Every single time. And I think that's why, and I'm gonna go back to my book because I talk about this in my book. Once he make you make that sound, now you giving up your whole bank account. You doing things you shouldn't be doing. You avoiding the red flags. You knew who
Right.
this man was in advance, but you still ignored it because made you feel a certain way. He made you make that sound.
Right. And so what's dangerous also is that women that meet a guy when they're young and he's well endowed, and it's like, oh, she thinks that that's what made her feel good the whole time, where he was just like the whole time, and in no different positions. But once a man finds and knows or studies your erogenous zone and your G spot, the size
Mm.
doesn't matter. The size is just an extra benefit when he knows everything else about your body.
Yeah, I think when you get a little older, it goes from having sex to making love. And in that equation, size don't necessarily matter because it's the
It don't,
feeling.
yeah, you don't have to be older. You can be middle aged, but if you meet the right person, and he studies a woman's body that because he's very manipulative and very seductive and he's very narcissistic, you're gonna learn something about yourself that you didn't know. And now in your mind, it's like he knows my body better than I do, and I did that on purpose to women so that I can like have that control over mentally.
There go that word again. Control. Janet
Yeah,
told us about that.
yeah.
So let me
It's
ask you
very
this.
dangerous. I don't.
Go ahead. What's dangerous?
It's very dangerous for that. For me to be manipulative through being sensual and sexual. It's not. It's not cool. And so that's why I save myself for the next woman. So, I want to experience that with her and not a bunch of women. So I'm listening.
So I was on your website and just happened to pass one of your latest post. It says one thing for sure: when a narcissist is all about seduction, they see you as their property. They seek control through intercourse. This is something that they master, but fail to master those feelings when they become addicted to you. Let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
they lose it. So narcissistic women, I think I met three. I don't know if they weren't diagnosed, but they had the traits that I had. So I can't really call them narcissistic, but they were very seductive, very sexual. The only good thing with me about them is that I knew who I was going into it, and I knew who they were, and I knew who they were capable of. So we would like ghost each other or try to seduce each other. It was cool. It was cool. It was fun, but it wasn't going to last. And so when a narcissistic person like myself that masters the art of seduction and kissing and touching, when they meet somebody that is just as good as they are or better, meeting a woman, she can starve me just like I can starve her. But I can't take her starving me because I'm emotionally erratic. She's not. Women are very emotional, but they control their emotions. And men talk about that. Women are emotional, men are physical. But the women being emotional, they're emotional for so long and over a variety of things and reasons that they learn how to regulate their emotions. Men, we can't regulate our emotions. And so when you start starving me from sex, and I know that it was good for you the last few times, and you know that it was good, but now you had that control over me because you can say, come over tomorrow at 9, and you might ghost me. And I'm like coming over, I'm sitting in the parking lot now, like thinking somebody else is taking my place because, man, we had great sex. Now you got me thinking like it's somebody else instead of me making you think it's somebody else. So the roles were reversed. And I didn't like that at all. I don't like it. So the narcissistic women that I meet that are maybe seductive, I'm very careful with them because they can easily suck people in, including a narcissistic man.
Mm. When we come back from this break, I want you to tell me how you can spot a narcissistic woman. We'll be
Okay.
right back on 101 TKO Radio. This is Conversations with Sister E, and we're going to continue to knock it out the box. Sister E, and we're just having conversations with Sister E. My guest today is none other than motivational speaker, author Leon Walker. But before I get into that, do you have a brand or a business or an event that's coming up, and you want the
Um,
and you want the opportunity to showcase your business or brand or services that you offer in front of thousands of people, millions
so
even?
my website is www.leonrobertwalkerjr.com. My brand is helping people get through toxic relationships with narcissists, right? Men and women. Rather they're diagnosed or not, the traits are there. You can identify them, you read about them, and then I've done all of that. I'm also a youth advocate. I talk to youth groups. I talk to youth. I talk to Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Boys and Girls Clubs. I talk to high schools, colleges. And so I do that as well. But I got taken in this different direction when I started talking about my narcissism last year. So I speak to young men and women. I'm a motivator. I love young men. I was a little league football coach. I've done mentoring in elementary schools. I go all over. So
You targeting them
that's
single mamas now, huh?
uh,
You targeting them single mamas now. You the coach for the
they
little
need,
league.
yeah, they need. Well, it's not like it's a target, and it's like to help their sons out because they do need help. I know how these young boys
Yes.
are. I was a teacher for 2 years, and so I dealt with the kids that are from the ninth to 12th grade. So pretty much my brand is, I do a couple of things. I do a few things, but it's been what's been really big lately is the narcissism. So I've been, focusing on that.
Awesome, awesome. Alrighty, another question, family feud question. What's the cheesiest pickup line that has actually worked on a woman?
The cheesiest pickup line that has actually worked on a mother,
On a woman,
on a woman.
on most women.
You know what? To be honest with you, I never really like focused on a pickup line. I just showed up with very confident, very cocky, very arrogant, and some liked it, some didn't. And the ones that liked it, you know, made eye contact, conversated, went to eat, and then went from there. So I never really had like a cheesy pickup line,
Oh my
honestly.
goodness, that's the biggest one. The one that used to kill me was, "Did you fall from heaven?"
Mm,
What? Or
right.
Tennessee, because you're the only TNIC. What? Come on now.
Mm,
I don't know the latest corny pickup lines because, I don't get those. I get all these mama boys that, want me to cook for them. All
right.
righty. How will a woman know the difference, or how can most women, and we're just generalizing, not saying specifics, how will a woman be able to tell the difference between when a man genuinely likes her versus he genuinely wants to play games and just hit and be out?
So what happens is like the first 72 hours, I call it 72-hour rule. Don't talk about sex. The first week, don't talk about sex. You'll see that he either starts to ramp it up to get you to talk about sex, he become more touchy feely, or he's gonna disappear on you. So most men don't like to wait for sex. I was that guy. I'm like, look, if we ain't having sex within 3 days, you got a problem. Something wrong with you. You supposed to be you supposed to be attracted to me. Drop some jaws, that type of thing. So be careful. If he's very impatient with you, if he doesn't hold your hand, if he doesn't hug you, if he doesn't have chivalry in the beginning, where he's not opening doors,
Mm,
pulling chairs out,
mm-mm.
taking your coat, hold on. I didn't do any of that. My chivalry was off. And so I was easily identifiable as a sexual maniac in the beginning. It did take them time to figure me out, but I would be around the women that were just as dysfunctional and sexual as I was. So it wasn't nothing to hide. But I tell women, you have to be time released. Give a little bit at a time. Don't just give up the sex the first few days, the first week, because he's not going to respect you.
What if
But
I want
because,
it?
huh?
What if I want it the first few weeks, few first? Now
That's
what?
But so okay, so if you wanted the first few days, first few weeks, I'm gonna give it to you. But guess what? You're not getting much more out of me. You're not getting any commitment because
There you
you're gonna
go.
do the next guy.
There you go. And that's what
And
happens.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you do give it up that quick, it better be good. It better be good. Because if it's not good or delicious, I'm not coming back and I'm gonna talk about you.
See? So is it not the 90-day rule anymore?
No, the 90-day rule, you can't go by that because the guy is coming. You have a lot of good men out here that's like, look, I'm saving myself, and it's been 90 days. So you want to wait another 90 days, 6 months? You can see, what when you have a quality guy in front of you, he's got his own car, his own crib, he pays his own bills, he's got his own medical, he's got his own benefits, he's got a good credit score. These are things you need to be looking at. He respects his mother. He doesn't have a bunch of women. He doesn't have a bunch of bodies. If he does have a bunch of bodies, he stopped and he slowed that down. He takes care of his kids. He brings you around his kids. You see him on a date with his daughter or at the sports or library with his sons, whatever. So, lady, y'all know because you all are very observant. You know when you got a guy, these are good guys and y'all going to be together. Don't make a man wait for 90 days. It's like a man telling you, I'm going to make you wait 90 days to get this penis. You be like, oh, really? Then you're going to be like, look, let me show you. I don't need. It's the same thing for us, If you got a quality person in front of you, you're going to get to know them. You're going to start to like them. You're going to start to feel them. You're going to start to, that chemistry is going to start to grow. So why wait to have sex? There's no such thing. 90 days, 120 days. Why? You don't even know. Okay, day 90, I got to give it up because I said 90 days. You may not even like them in day 5, and you stick around for 90 days. Let me see what else you got going on. Now, that 90-day thing, it's like, I think it's just, you're a filler. You got to fill it out. If y'all feeling each other and, he's showing up on time, he's keeping his word, he's a sharp guy, he's professional, he's honest, he's loyal, he's communicating. You don't make a person wait 90 days. Hell, okay, the 90th day, you might start your period. Then what? Well, now it's 93 days. So I start my period in the 90th day. You know what I'm saying? I'm ovulating day 85. No.
So what's a healthy amount? Because, date 1, date 2, if I'm kissing and giving it up, now I'm a thought. In the 40s,
well,
a 40-year-old thought.
You don't have to necessarily give up the sex, but a kiss here and there and a hug and just make each other, fill each other out. If it's a good man and he's got morals, unlike me, I didn't have morals. He's got morals. He's gonna be like, baby, I understand. Take your time because if he really digging you, he really wants you like that. When you do give it up, he's gonna give it to you. He's gonna take care of you in bed. It ain't gonna just gonna be like one night stand and one pump chump and he's done now. He's gonna take care of you.
Did you just say one pump chump? I can't. So, well, that's good information. Good to know. What would make a man want to commit?
What would make a man want you?
Want to commit.
The way a woman carries herself, if she's not controlling and bossing, if she's fair, if she's not real nosy, she don't ask a bunch of questions, she don't require him to call her all the time and text her all the time, respect him, respect his friends, respect his faith. And she's got her own. She's got her own. She got her own house, car, apartment, bank account, credit score. Same thing we want to have for a good woman. It's the same thing we want you all to have for us. It's the same thing.
Well,
so it's okay.
Questions. We gotta ask questions. How we gonna get to know you?
You gotta ask questions. That's what I'm saying. But the thing is, those are things that will make a man want to commit to you. You're not just like trying to be his mother. You're not bossy. I can't stand bossy, controlling women. I'm not gonna be there. I'm not that dude for that. You don't have to try to control me, bossy, because the last person abused you, or left you, or your mom or your dad was that way. I've been through that. I've dated somebody that's bossy and controlling. It's a complete turn off. And then if it's somebody that always overtalks the man, it's a complete turn off. And then if you have women that talk, I've dated women that talk all the time. I had to listen. You talk too damn much. I'm trying to listen and I want to talk. She's been talking straight for 42 minutes. I said, well, damn, baby, I ain't said nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm turned off. I don't even want to be on the phone anymore because my damn ear hurt or it's bleeding. So sometimes we have to be careful when we say you talk too much. I don't say that. I have said that. But it's like, baby, listen, damn, you've been talking for 40 minutes. Can you drink some water? I know your mouth is dry. I haven't had a chance to say anything. So my mind is all about her. I don't like women to talk a lot. When we're engaged in a conversation, right, we're communicating, not taking turns talking. And then we'll take a break. Let's go chill for a minute. Let's go get something to eat and laugh. But damn, I know some women right now that they're like, Leon, when I call you, you never answer, you never pick up. Because I told you, I said, when you call me, you always want to talk for an hour. I said, I tell you what, let's talk now. And guess what? I said, see, it's been an hour and 7 minutes. Well, you checking the time? Yeah, because men don't want to sit around on the phone like that. That's something that women do. Between you all, I get it. But some men do. But I'm not the dude that sit on the phone for a whole freaking hour and now my ear hurt, my jaw hurt, my throat dry. I don't even want to talk no more. My damn tongue got heavy. I'm done. It's a turn off. So give me hey, Leon, I'm going to call you. Let's chat for 15 minutes and I'm out. I'm like, cool, baby, I got you. If you give me that, you keep your word, and at 15 minutes you out, I love that. I'm going to call you back like, okay, what's up? Hey, get on the phone so damn fast, So, yeah, don't talk so much. Don't over talk a man. A man commits to if you got your own house, your own car, you don't expect me to pay 80% of the bills. You got kids, that's cool. I'm cool with that. But make sure you got your baby daddy in order. He's paying child support. If not, you make enough to take care of the kids. I'm a pension every now and then because remember, I got kids too. I got child support. I got alimony. So yeah, understand me, baby, for real.
Oh my goodness. Look, well, that's good information, especially for those of us that need to know that. Here's my next question. What do you think about long distance relationships?
I don't like them. More chance to cheat. I need to be around her. Like, if she's an hour away, that's cool. 45 minutes away, yo, baby, meet me halfway. Let's go get some pancakes. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some chicken wings. Let's get some ribs. Let's go work out. I don't like that long distance stuff. On an hour, 2 hours, whatever. But a whole nother state, 4 or 5 hours away. 3 hours, cool. We drive out, meet you halfway. We kick it. Cool, I got that. But in states away where I got to fly to see you all, I don't like that. I've done that. It's not cool. It's too much time in between, and then the trust factor is there, or lack of trust is there, and it's like, well, since we're not living together or we're not in the same city, can we FaceTime until we go to bed? Stuff like that. I've dealt with that. I'm like, no, that's crazy. I don't want to be on the phone for hours and we fall asleep, my eyes getting heavy. I watch you snore, you watch me snore, or you all of a sudden see me slobbering. No, I don't want long distance.
That is hilarious. But in some cases, that's all you can do. When you live in a high populated state, I was talking to a friend earlier, and it's like everybody in Atlanta, I could count 10 women right now. They got cars, crib, career, their own houses. They own their houses. They own their cars. Well, so does the next woman. She cooks, she cleans, she's well kept. She got everything the man wants. So he has multiple choices. But for women, our choices kind of streamlined because all these brothers out here is not cream of the crop.
Sister E, I tell you what. If because I'm single now, I'll start dating soon, right? If it's gonna be long distance, then we got it, because I have children that are grown, and my daughter's in Cleveland with my granddaughter. My son is here, and my other son's in Cali. I don't want to be too far from my children. You know what I'm saying? If I find a woman in Atlanta, got her stuff together, she's cool. Because I met all types of women that show up on Instagram like they got it like that, and then next you see them, in real life, and they ain't got it like that. They ain't got them lashes on. They ain't got their foundation on. And it's like, I'm talking to you for 3 months, all I saw was your neck up, and now I meet you. And I don't get me wrong, I like thick women, but you showing up with somebody different. I don't like that. You look like Pluto. That ain't cool to me, because I'm an honest dude. I'm gonna show you everything about me, And like I said, I like thick women, but don't lie to me, don't trick me, because that catfish stuff is real.
Yeah.
So long distance, if I find a good woman like in Atlanta or Florida or Texas, whatever, we got to work on something, because if she's willing to transfer, I'm willing to transfer. I don't have to transfer because I'm retired Navy, so I do well as far as my pension. But I like Chicago. I like being in Chicago. I want to meet a good woman here, or I'm from Cleveland, and I can go to Cleveland, but it's like 6-hour drive, not far. So that long distance, it depends on how far it is.
It's too cold in the Midwest. But
if I meet somebody, she got her stuff together, and I'm attracted to her, I honestly will do a long distance. So she takes care of herself, either short, sexy hair or long, silky hair. I like lip gloss. You don't have to wear a lot of foundation. I like natural. The one thing I don't like now in our sisters is that they come up thinking that natural Afro shit is cool. It's not. I don't like it.
That's a preference. That's a preference. I gotta stop you there. That's a preference, because some of our sisters rock them nice natural haircuts.
Right. So the natural look is cool. Don't get me wrong. I like to play in her hair, but I've seen women get up and one side is flat and one side is puffy. No, if you're gonna wear the natural look, get your hands in there and poop it out and put some nice sheen in and make it smell good, because I'm a smeller. I'm gonna touch her. I'm gonna kiss her. I'm gonna be smelling your damn hair. I don't want it to smell like hot comb and sulfur eight. But if you're gonna wear that actual look, then that's fine. But make sure it looks nice and sexy with some nice colorful earrings on that match your top and your shoes. You got some cocoa butter on. And your skin is glistening
See,
and it's nice. Your lips are glossy.
see.
I'm cool with that. I love the natural look. Don't get me wrong. But don't have it come out. Don't come outside with that poopy and you got lint in it and cat hair and stuff. No, that ain't cool. You represent me and I represent you.
Every day of the week. We're going to take a
Right.
pause right here for the cause. We'll be right back. This is Sister E on 101 TKO Radio. We're here with our motivational speaker and author, Leon Walker. Now, everyone, if you all have a business or you have any services or any events, please be sure to email them to sistere123@gmail.com. We're doing a special this month, and you do not want to miss this special. Go now to 101 TKO Radio IG page or Facebook page, and be sure to follow, like, and share. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. And check out our promotions for this month. I promise you, if you have a brand, a business, or an event, you definitely want to take advantage of this opportunity. Alrighty, be sure to email me at sisteE123@gmail.com. So, Mr. Leon Walker, before we leave, give me your final thoughts on narcissists and women.
My final thoughts are on narcissists is that they say that 70% of men are narcissists and 30% of women are. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they say. They also say that black men are on the leading edge of being diagnosed as narcissists. Don't know how true that is. However, when you meet someone, you need to know not just their height, weight, job, car, credit score. You need to know their past. Everything I went through, everything I've become is because of my childhood, both good and bad. Because of my, missing my mother, wanting my dad to show up more on my game, my dad having an extreme personality, I had an addictive personality, my mother had an addictive personality. I had both extreme and addictive personality. I was addicted to porn. Women don't know that their boyfriend or husband has been molested by their cousins, their aunts, or touched by their uncles. They don't know these things. And then I was acting out in our relationship. So I was more of a sexual person than a committed person relationship. Why? Because I was addicted to girls early on. Why? Because I was addicted to porn early on. Why? Because I had my heart broken by my mother. I was discarded by my mother. Why? Because I was sent to live with people I didn't know. And so you don't know my background. You don't know, who you're dealing with. You're going to be surprised. You're going to be hurt sooner or later. It's going to happen. Now, if I'm in therapy and I'm exercising what I learned in therapy, then that's a totally different story. But in all of my relationships, I wasn't doing anything in therapy. I didn't express or exercise anything I learned in therapy. And I had 2 6-year relationships and a 12-year marriage. None of them knew that I was a narcissist. They knew something was wrong with me. They didn't know what was wrong with me for sure. But I wasn't doing anything that I learned in therapy. So they suffered. All my relationships suffered. My kids suffered because of my anger issue, because of being overbearing, because of being verbally abusive, mentally abusive. Everybody else around suffered. Some people did well, some didn't. So know your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, or girlfriend. Know their past. Ask questions. Look at the red flags, but also look at the white flags too, because I also surrendered a lot of things.
That's good. That's good information, especially saying look at the white flags, because people can change and people can grow. That's called growth and maturity. I want to thank you today for being on, coming on the show with me. It's been really awesome talking to you and getting to know information. Give me tell us your IG and your Facebook and your social media handlers.
Okay, my IG is Leon R. Walker Jr. My TikTok is Leon R. Walker Jr. Facebook, Leon R. Walker Jr. And YouTube, my YouTube channel is Leon R. Walker Jr. My website is www.leonrobertwalkerjr.com. And you can put up Leon Walker Jr. in Google and I'll pop up. So easy to find.
Awesome. I
got a new
Google you.
Yeah, you can find me anywhere. I got a new book coming out next month, hopefully by the middle or towards the end of December. It's called The 7 Loveless Traits. It's the opposite of the 5 love languages. So it's the opposite of that, It's like a 450, maybe 480 page book. It's really thick. A lot of information in there. I put my medical record in there about my diagnosis and what I was discussing with my therapist. So and matter of fact, Steve, we got to come back and do another show because I'm doing a giveaway all of next month. I'm doing a book giveaway.
Okay, sounds good to me. I like giveaways.
I got you.
Well, good people, I thank you for listening to us. Make sure you're checking us out. Each week, each night, we have a different radio personality. For me, Sister E, you have the ability to do a lot of things. But as long as you're misplaced, those things will remain impossible to you. Get in your purpose. To find your purpose, talk to the one who created you. Thank you, Father God in heaven. Well, family, until next time, remember to laugh out loud, live on purpose, and love even more. I'm Sister E. I'll see you next Sunday with Conversations with Sister E, where our next guest will be talking about daddy issues. How does daddy issues affect your relationships? A lot of us got daddy issues still to this day. So be sure to tune in next Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll be having conversations with me, Sister E. Peace out. We love you.
Bye bye.